Hey, everybody. Thank you all so much for tuning into the show. We're back in the normal studio. Last week we had to do it, we just recorded the audio on a phone in my buddy's bedroom.
Yeah, you took it back to the old days, you know?
Just the old days, yeah.
It's a retro show.
Right. Tariq Villante, how are you, sir?
I'm doing all right. Thank you for having me, man.
Hell yeah, man. I've been meaning to ask you this since I found out your last name is Villante.
Yeah.
That shit's Italian.
I know, yeah.
That's Italian.
Nah, the reason I have it is because, so, like, my mama, she was from, like, a rural Filipino village and shit. So, like, they just had a bunch of, like, nursing students. Like, so, like, in the Philippines and shit, they have, like, this is a weird story. I'm sorry to start off on a story, dog.
Nah, no, I want to hear
like,
it. That's
this
why
is
I'm
my
asking.
Family legacy. Goddamn.
That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, nah. So, in the Philippines, like in the rural provinces and shit, in like Cebu where my mom's from, they have a lot of like nursing colleges and shit. So they'll have like a lot of fucking people like go to the villages and like help deliver babies and just like treat on the villagers and shit. So like my mom was born in the 70s and shit. So I imagine it wasn't a Filipino who did it, or maybe like it was a Pinoy, like a fucking Filipino American who delivered my mom. And like my traditional last name is Brillante with a B,
Okay.
you know? Yeah.
That still
like,
sounds Italian.
Probably. I don't know.
Just that ante at the end is like.
I don't know, dog. But yeah, I know that they fucked up my mom's last name.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. So
That's
yeah.
like, and they fucked it up while she was there. It wasn't her coming here and they.
They fucked it up in the Philippines.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nah, but my mom's dad is probably American and shit because she was born on the base. So like,
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Nah, yeah, she's one of the many byproducts of Americans. You know, like,
Right.
Yeah, dude, y'all fucking love Asians. Like,
yeah.
nah, this is weird. I'm sorry to tell you this, but like, since I learned you weren't Mexican, I trust you less.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah. I mean, the two people I come from are historically some of the most treacherous ethnicities to ever walk the planet. You know,
What are you, Portuguese and fucking
Italian.
Gosh, golly.
Yeah. If you want to talk racism, buddy,
That's fair.
that's in there. There's a lot.
Nah, but like, I feel like I don't know if it's movies that fuck me up, but it seems like it's historically Italian women fuck with black dudes.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
it's something about our like misogynistic cultures that they relate to, where it's just like, oh, this isn't that far away. It's just a huge shift.
Yeah. I think a lot of Italians and a lot of black people think that Italians and black people are similar.
That is a very hack point. You're right.
I
am
think
not
there
original.
I know. It's just, it's a topic of conversation, definitely. I mean, there's a lot of similarities.
Yeah,
There's a lot. I mean, we both love the neighborhood.
we do.
We both want to stay in the neighborhood, you know?
No, but that's also that thing where like my mom was from the Philippines and shit, and like I feel like all minorities kind of have the same stories, you know. At least if you're country minority, you know, if you're not from the city, because like there's niggas like Hawk who like is from Bangladesh, but that nigga's a programmer. So I'm like, but then there's niggas like Shub who's from like the like country parts of India, you know. So like his stories a lot of the time sounds a lot like my mama's stories.
Right.
And like it's just like, oh yeah, your best friend was a fucking moose. That makes sense. Like you fucking bartered with bananas. That totally makes sense. Like that's just some third world shit. That's what you expect when you hear like you're from a brown country, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely, because, obviously you can be born in America, but you can be born in a really shitty part of America.
100%. No,
You know?
no, like I fucking I've worked a lot of jobs, but when I was a firefighter, I worked in this little shitty town named Copperopolis. It's a lovely town. I'm just being angsty. I'm sorry.
But where was it?
It's in Stockton. No. It's fucking like 70 miles east of Stockton, California. It's right before you hit the gold country, like where the mountains are before Arizona and shit.
Gotcha.
Or Nevada, probably Nevada. Yeah. Yeah. So I worked there as a firefighter, and it was like, like the trailer parks were just the same as the projects, you know. It's just like fucking, it's a localized poverty type shit, you know. And like that's the same, like they probably have the same similarities as fucking my mama and Shub, or they probably just like fishing and don't give a fuck about regulation, you
Right.
know?
Yeah. It's the same thing, except if you drive a little further in that little town, you might find a McDonald's. Where
No, you wouldn't. There's no McDonald's in
Really?
Copper. Nah.
Damn.
Nah, it's just a Family Dollar or Dollar General.
Dollar. That's the main. That's the
Yeah.
big corporation that moved in.
It's the only corporation. The other one is just like a family-owned food place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is kind of fucked up that when big corporations move into a small, unique town, it's like a sign of. It's like a good sign of prosperity.
A little bit.
Economic prosperity.
A little bit. Nah.
Yeah.
Like so I went to college in this place called Columbia, and like when you say you go to college in Columbia, people are like, "Oh, you're smart," and then I'm like, "No, this is a junior college in the mountains. It fucking
yes, the other Columbia.
Yeah, it's the shitty Columbia type shit, but they had a really good fire program and they have a really good culinary program and shit. But like, yeah, Columbia is a town of fucking probably like 300 people when it's not in school, and like the big town there is Sonora, which is a town of 1,000 to 2,000 people, you know, and like the big thing there, they got a Walmart and a Wendy's, so like,
Nice.
yeah,
2 W's.
dude,
Ready to
man,
go.
they live it up. But yeah, no, the Dollar General pimps out small towns. It's horrible. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, no, if you have a Dollar General in your town and that's a place where niggas hang out, you probably have a meth problem. Like,
Yeah,
it's
That's also like Chase Bank.
a little bit.
There's always
That's for that in the hood, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Right. In
Yeah.
the hood, if there's a Chase Bank, you're like, this is a shady area.
Exactly.
You can
man.
tell.
Same with Popeyes. Popeyes is not in good areas, dog.
Yeah.
Nah.
I've got all 3 of these.
Yeah. You got them all near you?
Oh, man. Nah. Your rent must be cheap, nigga. God damn.
Not cheap enough, I guess.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Like, I live near a Chase. It's funny because Chase Manhattan is a massive,
It is.
obviously huge financial institution. Billions of dollars. Those are in very rich areas, but then like just a Chase branch, it's like next to a park with a river that's, you know, polluted with shopping carts.
This is weird, but like I don't know shit about banking, but I got really good credit just because I don't trust it. I just pay it off as immediately, dog.
On a
Like,
credit card.
Yeah, whenever
Yeah.
I can. I just like I build it up just because I'm impulsive, but then I'm like, all right, fuck this shit, need to lock in, and then I just pay it off. But like I ignore the bank. Like the bank's been trying to give me an auto loan for like the last year and a half, and I'm like, nah, nigga, I'm gonna
Yeah.
get some shit off Craigslist. I don't trust you. Like, yeah,
That's the way to do it.
100%.
I knew a guy, he was a father, like had kids, but still like a hustler at heart. Like this dude didn't have a bank account. We asked him one time. I was en route to being a financial advisor at one point, and I ended up speaking to this guy about, getting him involved in insurance or whatever. Obviously, not the right guy to talk to about this.
I mean, he could be a salesman. He probably like I don't
Right.
know. I feel like salesmen and drug dealers are the same person.
Oh yeah, definitely the same person. But he was like, yeah. We asked him about a bank account. He's like, I don't have a bank account. And the guy's like, so what do you do with your money? And he's like, put it in a box, put it behind walls. And the guy's like, you're serious? And he's like, oh yeah, dead serious. I don't have a bank account. Some people don't give a fuck because they're just gonna flip your money. You know, that's how banks make money.
I understand that.
What if
Like
your house goes on fire, though?
Oh yeah, then
it ruins you.
Then you're
Yeah.
ruined, right?
Nah, but then also like, I mean, banks are insured and shit, but like, I mean, maybe he makes a lot of dirty money too that he can't claim.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like-
He's mostly a cash guy.
Yeah.
He was a big cash guy.
Like when I used to be a tattoo artist and shit. When I used to tattoo and shit, most of my income was fucking in cash, and I'm just like, why would I ever go to the bank? You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Just keep it.
Yeah, man.
Every time, no matter how many tattoos I get, every time I go, I still get nervous.
I mean, you should. It's changing your body forever.
Yeah.
If you're not
It's
nervous,
a crazy
there's probably
thing.
something wrong with you.
Yeah.
There's also a correlation with the number of tattoos somebody gets and mental illness. So
That
like,
makes sense.
yeah. Also face tattoos. Like I've done face tattoos. I don't like doing face tattoos, but everybody I've done a face tattoo on, I'm like, they didn't not need therapy. They
Yeah,
wouldn't
yeah.
not benefit from it type shit. you
Right.
know? Yeah.
There's a lot of people that use tattoos as that. Like a form. It's a
No,
weird,
you should just
definitely a
get
weird
therapy.
form. Oh, of course. Yeah. You
Yeah.
should just do,
I just
something
need to
else.
feel the pain. No, you just need to harm yourself. I get it, but
Yeah.
you shouldn't do it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Nah.
I need a
I'm gonna get
rose on my forearm.
My nigga, you can't talk. You got a fucking
I know, behind
you got
my
a
ear.
bird fucking feather behind your ear, nigga. You got a pigeon feather behind your fucking ear, my nigga. Gosh.
Yeah, dude, I got
I'm
that.
sorry. It's a dope tattoo.
I got that in Anguish. It was like a tattoo I just got. It was literally a.
He was so disappointed the day he came in here. He was like, "Wait, I sit the other way on the podcast."
Yeah.
He was hoping it would be on camera.
This is
I remember that.
rebellion.
Yeah.
God damn, it's a quiet crash out.
I know. I was like, wait a second.
You were like, "Fuck."
I gotta get the other one now.
Is your other one filled too? Is it a rose or some shit?
No, there's nothing there.
All
It's
right.
just I feel like both sides would be weird. I need to do just one.
Understandable.
Yeah.
This is really douchey, but I want it. Like, there's a lot of hack tattoos where, like, there's some that I think are fucking dope. Like, man, for like comics, I think the old microphone is hack as shit, but I really want one.
Yeah.
Like, I
just the
really do.
microphone.
But also the fucking the victory wreaths. Like, that's a male tramp stamp type shit. But like also
Interesting. What does
like-
that look like? I don't know if I've ever seen that.
It's like
You
a
know?
super Greek-looking plant thing, right?
Yeah, it's
But it's a
like
tattoo.
a crown of
Oh,
leaves.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's like when girls get like the thing
Exactly.
under
It's
their
the
tits.
same. It's that version of that, you
Gotcha.
know?
Yeah.
But fucking, yeah, like that one. And people get them on the collarbone. My homie has it on the back of his head.
Whoa,
Yeah.
around his head.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
A lot of my friends have face tattoos.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
big move.
It is.
That's a real big move. I mean, this was wacky, but yeah, there you go. Get that around your neck.
It's lit.
Huh.
It's lit.
I'm fucking Greek.
I mean, you guys were colonized by them. Like,
Yeah.
fucking the Romans were the OG colonizers, you know?
Sure.
Y'all speak Portuguese and fucking, you're Italian.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah.
So both.
Yeah, 100%.
Both are pretty wild.
Yeah.
I went into a bar down the street over here. This is a very black Caribbean neighborhood. And I went to a bar, and I was maybe one of 3 white people in there. And I was just talking to people at the bar, and someone asked what I was. I was like, I'm Portuguese. And her friend was like, what? Do you know where you are? You should get the fuck. I mean, she was half kidding, but it was just a funny moment.
Nah, you could have just said I'm light skinned and they would have believed you.
Oh, yeah, I know that,
Nah,
too.
like, why don't you just lie?
I don't know, man. What if I get caught?
They're gonna ask you black trivia.
Yeah, man.
Like,
what if they ask me something, something I'm supposed to know, and I'm
What
like,
year was Rosa Parks born, nigga?
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know. I could fuck it up. I would hate to get caught in a lie like that.
That's fair.
No, really in a tough spot. Hell yeah.
Nah, like, a lot of black people say they have Indian blood in them, or they're like, their great grandmother was an Indian princess, just because it's like, it's weird to admit that we have white in us, because there's like
Right.
always, it's a weird story.
Swivel that mic with you a little bit. There you go.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Better.
my bad.
So wait, that's a thing? Black people say that there's an Indian lineage somewhere?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, namely Cherokee and shit.
Oh, like native. Okay,
Yeah.
got you. I thought you were talking about like from India.
No, that's
Like, I
the
didn't
thing
know
though,
that
in like the
happened there.
islands and shit, like Trinidadians and
Mhm.
like fucking, like those people, because like if I'm not fucked up, they also brought like the British also brought Indian slaves and shit. So like Trinidadian women are just like beautiful mixes of like both black and Indian, and like they get the best features of both, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, those island countries produce some lovely looking women.
Yeah, historically, that's one of those things that like sailors back in the 1700s also said, or it's just like, damn, yeah, they're just islands of hotties, dog.
Yeah.
But those niggas also said that shit about manatees. So
Sure.
like,
Mermaids, right?
Yeah, we should probably give them like a pinch of salt type shit.
Yes.
But also like, there's that shit where like a lot of islanders got really fucked up by like the Western diet. Like before, like we were introduced to like fucking Spam and rice and shit. We were just walking around eating plantains, walking around like with fucking 6-packs and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just imagine a fucking like a cut Samoan, dog. That shit would be
they're
wild, dog.
Scary.
It
right?
is.
Just warrior
Yeah.
motherfuckers walking around, eating a shark every once in a while.
No, like the fucking. I read this book called Islanders, and it talks about like how fucking like those islands got like the Polynesian islands got fucking inhabited, and it was like those motherfuckers came through like Taiwan and shit, and if I'm not fucked up, they just like island hopped all the way through that shit.
They're
And
big people over there, dude.
yeah,
They're very big.
There's a
Like
theory-
height. And,
yeah. There's a theory that they were built for fucking they're built for winter. They're husky motherfuckers. Yeah, so they came down from like the mountains and shit, and then went island hopping. And was like, yeah, fuck the cold, and I'm gonna just go fucking live on a beach somewhere, nigga.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's crazy. And they just started fucking
yeah.
and getting, you know.
Dude, you want to hear something cool
Yeah.
about that
They
shit?
need an animation of that as like the drunk history.
Yeah. No, there's actually something cool about that, where there's like genetic lineage between fucking Polynesians and fucking South Americans and shit. Like and like the people in the Amazon type shit. Yeah, so and it's not like continuous admixture, it's just like one-off events. So it means like some nigga from fucking like Hawaii or some shit landed in Brazil and smashed the fucking like a Brazilian and
A
bounced.
bunch of them, probably.
Probably, dog. Yeah.
Brazilians like that. They love fucking.
Nah,
They're
but it
all
was just
hot and
one
they love
nigga.
fucking.
Yeah, it was. Goddamn, it was just one Poetan nigga, and he
Yeah.
fucking just dropped his seed and bounced. Probably left a fucking couple of those fucking roots out there too, those tubers.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some theories that the Amazon was man-made. It's a massive garden built by the early tribes that lived in that area. And it was at one point a fucking thriving society, like a metropolis.
100%. No, I think it was a thriving society at one point, and then like the Spanish came and then killed 90% of people with disease and shit, and then like. Just imagine if 9 out of 10 niggas died. You'd probably be one of the 9. So it'd be like
Yeah, of
fucking
course.
yeah. You
It's
just
like
go
going
into the
bald.
forest.
3 out of
Yeah.
4 men. It's
Dude.
like, there's 3 of us in here.
Dude, we would all be dead. Nah, and then like all the survivors just go into the forest and hide and just live off of eating monkeys and shit. Like, I don't know if that's true.
That's how AIDS started.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
The
I still
Amazon.
believe in the CIA doing it. Nah.
Oh yeah, probably right.
It's also weird. It's just all like I believe that a monkey did AIDS and shit, but I'm like, what gay nigga would eat a monkey? Like
Right.
I know a lot of gay niggas, and a lot of them are just
But
vegetarian.
are you gay if you fuck a monkey? Aren't you?
They
just like
weren't fucking a monkey. They were eating a
Oh, they were
monkey,
eating
and
the
then
monkeys.
and they're like blood.
and they blamed it on gays.
No, it just started out in gays and then crossed over.
Right.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, it used to be called GRID. Gay-related immune disease or something.
Why would you know that?
I used to do karate with a green beret, and he used to know all this shit.
Golly, man.
This dude apparently got bit by a guy with AIDS, but GRID at the time, and he didn't get it.
Oh, he didn't get
No,
it.
he didn't get it. But it used to be a prison guard too.
What if AIDS was like a zombie disease? That shit would be wild.
Dude, especially early on, everyone was like, "What? You die?
Yeah.
You can have sex and die? That's crazy."
Nah, literally, because like before that shit, all they had was fucking like gonorrhea and syphilis, and
Yeah.
both of those shits are cured by penicillin. So
Right.
like they lived in the golden age of fucking, Like the
Yeah.
penicillin was invented, so you didn't lose your hair, you didn't lose your teeth, you
Sure.
were good. There was a good 100 years where we could smash without consequence, really.
Right.
And like with the pill and shit, that shit was really, really true, but that was probably only a good 20-year period where you had both the pill and the ability to smash without AIDS.
Right.
Like,
And there's cocaine, like pure cocaine coming in. The
see,
70s,
we're having
you
too
know?
much fun, and that
Yeah,
literally we needed
exactly.
that. We needed AIDS and the crack epidemic to happen. It was
At the
just,
same time.
it was the Sodom and Gomorrah of the modern age type shit.
Right.
Yeah.
It straightened everybody out. They're like, hey, get
Yeah.
to work. And then Reaganomics came. Everyone got jobs.
Dude, that 10-year period was too good.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Exactly. People were having too much fun. Even the music. That's why people still love like that era, like 60s, 70s. Everyone's like, this is.
I feel like it's also like the first time like niggas had like mass produced fucking music, Because like you still have
Right.
bangers from fucking niggas back in like the 40s and shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's also that shit where music is the last thing to fall off. Like, comedy ages horribly. Comedy ages like cheese. Some music ages like wine.
That's true.
Fucking,
Art ages like wine, like painted art.
it does.
That
man.
shit just gets better as
It
time
just
goes on.
gets like a patina, and then its age in of itself makes it more beautiful.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah. But that's interesting about stand-up because obviously the sense of humor changes.
100%.
And the references, that's a big thing too. If you watch like something old and there's a weird reference, you're like, what are they talking about?
Like, if I'm not fucked up, the first joke in history is an Assyrian joke where it's like a dog walks into a bar, or like it can also be translated into a dog walks into a brothel, and he says, "Who's in here?" And like,
That's it.
yeah, we don't get the context behind it, so it's not funny.
Exactly. That guy
Yeah.
bombed, dude.
Yeah,
That guy sucks.
what if he did suck and it was just like the first recorded bomb and like it was just like, don't do this. It was just a fucking early stand-up class.
Yeah, exactly. All the audience was like, they carved it on the wall. They're like, this wasn't good. In their picture fucking language.
Nah. But also with that, there's still like bangers in fucking old comedy, like fucking Abbott and Costello, fucking Who's on First, and fucking all that other shit. That's hilarious and shit.
Right.
But also like stand up in and but those are skits. Skits are funny sometimes. I feel like they age a little better. Like I fucking love like the oldest stand up that I love is Richard Pryor live on the Sunset Strip.
Sure.
I love Red Fox and Sanford and Son, but I tried listening to a stand up and I'm like, I get how this is funny. I don't get the references enough to understand why this is funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Red Fox. I
Really?
think that motherfucker's awesome. Even his stand-up, I think, is hilarious.
Understandable.
But yeah, Sanford and Son, I grew up on that shit.
I think it's funny that like when Red Fox and fucking Malcolm X knew each other, both the niggas were named Red.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's just how life is, where it's just like, how the fuck is both the niggas in fucking Harlem named Red right now, dog? Like
I know. They both were, and they became huge
yeah.
cultural figures. It's so wild. That's like when you hear, I think, who all went to this? There's a bunch of rappers, like old school rappers, that went to the same high school.
Probably like Nas and Jay-Z and shit.
Yeah, it's like all of the Locks went to the same high school. DMX like robbed people at that high school or something.
Snoop Dogg and the girl from Friends went to the same high school or something.
Cameron Diaz.
Cameron Diaz.
Yeah,
right.
they went to the same high school. That's got to be awesome.
Yeah.
Because you forget that Cameron Diaz is, Diaz is Hispanic, but she's like a stone cold white girl in all her movies and everything. You forget.
Spanish, not Hispanic.
Spanish. Wait, what's the difference?
Spain.
She's Spanish.
Spanish.
Yeah, the
Oh,
OG
that makes
colonizers.
sense. Yeah, that's why she's so white. Yeah, that makes sense.
Nah, but like Spain started out colonizing, and I think they did that because they were colonized originally by the Muslims, you know? So it's just like...
In Morocco.
It's generational trauma.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm named after the path that the Muslims fucking took. So it's like, hell yeah.
You're named after that?
Yeah, Tariq, man.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
The path to...
Fucking Spain.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think I'm named after the nigga who did it, but also like they named the path after him too.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Have you been there?
Nah, nigga, I've never left California before I moved here. I'm thinking about moving to London. I think that'd
Really?
be cool. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
London seems dope.
Yeah, there's a nigga from London named Tariq, and I'm like, how dare you move to my hood? So like, I might move to his hood.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
press him.
No, he
I'm
lives
the
here
only
now.
one.
He beat me. Like, there can't be two Tariqs. There's not enough room for both of us. So I'll leave.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. London would be sick. It seems
would
like a
be.
fun. Do you like gray?
Yeah, I live in New York. It feels like it's just a lamer New York.
You like gray shit?
Yeah.
It's probably a more expensive New York, if you can imagine that.
Really?
And London's expensive. I mean, the pound, the British pound, is the most expensive fucking currency.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so. Double check that, but I think the GBP is worth the most.
I'm planning to be getting money out there, so I feel like it'll all just be the same.
Yeah. Right.
The dollar's stronger than the pound.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow. I felt for the longest time it was it. Can we find is the dollar
I think the euro and the dollar are very close right now. Too.
Okay. Gotcha. It's all make believe though, right?
100%.
They
We live in
just-
turbulent times.
The dollar is also slightly stronger than the euro right now.
Wow. Interesting.
Right, 1 point.
Yeah. Nah, like my mama made me go to made me get a passport and shit, cause like she's worried about Trump and shit, and like my mama like a part of me is like, what is she talking about? But like another part of me is like, she was born in the Philippines when it was like a fucking dictatorship, so I'm like, maybe I should listen to her, you know?
Yeah, she's got like a
Like-
sense.
Or maybe
we
she's
don't have.
right, and like if she's right, there's more at stake if I'm wrong, you know?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
The passport's easy to get.
yeah, I got one.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah,
Now you need one to fly in the country,
yeah, I saw that
which
shit.
is crazy.
Nah, but you need to get a real ID, and I ain't got a real ID, so I'm landlocked now.
use a passport.
You can use a passport, though.
Oh, word.
Yeah. You can go wherever you want now.
Okay.
But for whatever reason, I don't know why they made it that. Like, they just want to identify you more. It's
We're trying to
bullshit.
limit transport so people can't move around.
Yeah, that's probably true, right?
Yeah.
Freedom of location.
Yeah.
That's a massive. That's why early on, I think a lot of companies were trying to get rid of the idea of remote work. They were shitting on the idea that like people it doesn't work for them and productivity and blah, blah, blah. And then now it's like definitely hasn't gone away.
Yeah.
They haven't done what they wanted to it, you know.
It's also cheaper because people need to just like shut down offices. They can run less staff. It's less maintenance. I don't think they're gonna do it for any good reasons. Like I feel like everything,
right.
yeah, just
It's
moving.
more just bottom line.
Yeah, if they can do it cheaper on Skype, they're gonna do it on Skype.
Right.
Yeah.
And I feel like more people would appreciate that, to be honest.
That's one of the few ways where it's beneficial for both parties.
Yeah.
But like, I feel
really
like
is.
that's that shit where I'm like, we need more unions. Like, we just need more Italian people sticking together to fucking stick it to companies. Like, that would, I don't get why fucking they wouldn't like unions. Like, fucking, I feel like the demographic of fucking unions and fucking the people who don't like unions are like the same dude. Like, hardworking blue collar niggas.
Right. Yeah, huh? Now that you say it, it's weird because a union is like a progressive idea.
Yeah.
And then you get some blue collar people that are brainwashed into thinking that they're on the other side, where it's like unions are a bad thing.
Yeah.
And the people that think that unions are a bad thing are really the uber rich.
It's
but they
like,
get co-opted. The side
Yeah.
that's like,
it's that same shit with Medicaid, where most of the niggas who are mad at Medicaid are on Medicaid.
right.
You know, it's weird.
It's the employers who don't want the unions.
Yeah.
Sure.
No, but like,
But they're also
You're giving the
wealthy
employees
people.
that much strength because they,
Yeah.
literally unionized.
You don't want the inmates running the fucking running
no,
the thing.
but like, it's also anti-union. It's like they've co-opted being American into being anti-union, which is just weird because like the dudes who fucking make America, like who literally made America, like the fucking welders on the fucking Empire State Building and shit, like the fucking
All unions.
the sewer fucking niggas, they're all in unions. They're all fucking blue collar fucking hairy forearm niggas.
Yeah.
Like why would that seems like the demographic who would, but they tend to be Trump niggas, you know?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just like anything else. You give power corrupts. People are going to be like, these guys we don't want them going against us now. But unions would be great. There should be a fucking stand-up union. Where's that? And how do you join it? Is the other question.
No, that's the thing though. Like stand up just attracts a demographic of people who are like innately. I was just gonna say selfish, but yes,
You
like
only get like the dorkiest comics because you need to
Literally.
follow all the rules. Like you can only do 4 open mics a night.
Oh my
right.
God.
literally
Pay your
the
dues.
dorkiest
it wouldn't even be a
know.
comic union. It'd be an open mic union. What the fuck? God
suck,
damn,
dude.
that's the.
You can't run the light.
Yeah. And the union dues would be nothing because everyone's poor.
Oh my god.
It's like you got to pay $3 this
You
month.
gotta let this guy sleep on your couch.
Do you mind if I charge my phone? My phone's dead.
Yeah, we probably can. Do we have a?
Do you have a cable?
I got a cable. Hold
You have
on.
a cable? Cool.
Where is it? Is it?
We just need the straight USB.
It's that white one, right? Or no? Is that yours?
My computer
Where did I
charger.
put it? Hold on. Yeah, here it is. It's an old cable.
I don't know, man.
iPhone, right?
Yes. Thank you, boss.
Yeah. What gen is that?
I have no idea.
I know you care.
I have no idea, man.
They're all the same, dude. It's so crazy how we've been run to.
Speaking of non-union,
Yeah, right.
iPhones.
iPhones. Imagine if they wanted to do a union in China.
That's that thing, though.
It's called
isn't
Tiananmen Square, right?
Yeah. Nah, that's that thing, though, dog.
Nuts.
Yeah.
I've seen Chinese propaganda that said that the tank nigga was like, he wasn't trying to stop the tanks. He was trying to encourage them. And like fucking, he was
Yeah.
giving directions and it was
Blow
just
me
been
up.
reconstructed and shit.
Oh, he's given directions against the protesters.
No, he's giving
For the
directions to the
tanks.
tanks. Like,
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is where
yeah,
they
yeah.
are. Hit them.
Yeah, yeah.
and like,
Dude,
and I'm
that's
like,
crazy.
I don't know if that's crazy rewriting and shit or
Holy
just
shit,
yeah.
dude. We do that. Every country does that, right?
100%,
Every
yeah.
country does that.
It's
like,
weird, like fucking, like the U.S. Army funds like movies like Transformers and shit. You know,
yeah.
like it's like we all love a little propaganda. Like I posted a
Oh,
fucking, I posted a I posted a reel today on Instagram. Not my reel, I just reposted a funny meme, and it was a fucking, it's this hard ass Russian anime, and it's fucking, it has Black Sabbath fucking in the background,
I saw
and
that.
it's the page is Bass Fishing Sucks, and yeah, did a little research on the animation. It's from an anti-capitalist Russian propaganda piece from the '60s.
Oh,
Yeah.
There's a few of those. I think. I don't want to say the wrong thing, but I want to say Ray Bradbury produced a cartoon that was like anti-communist. It was like the opposite.
Really?
I think.
Is it Animal Farm?
No.
Oh, that's my only one I know. I don't know
That's
shit about
isn't that Orwell?
that. Yeah, that is Orwell.
Yeah. Bradbury did Fahrenheit 451.
Okay.
Yeah. Really fun. Good book. Have you read Fahrenheit?
Nah, that wasn't in my middle school reading list.
Yeah. Dude, I didn't even read it then. I read it like as an adult. I'm like, this is sick.
Yeah.
It's that's the temperature books burn at, and firemen in that world they don't put out fires, they start fires with books. If books are illegal, so if you have a book, they burn all your shit down.
That's dope.
They did a movie too. Was that with Michael B. Jordan?
Really, they did that?
Yeah, I think so.
Really?
It's a good ass book.
Does he take off his shirt in it?
Because that's important.
Yeah,
If
no,
they wanna
he's
sell
fucking.
tickets.
He's lighting a book on fire with his shirt
Yeah.
off. It's fucking. It's a whole scene.
Yeah,
He's glistening.
2018, pretty recent.
God damn.
Okay. Fahrenheit 451. Yeah, it's like a futuristic world where people don't, it's like now. Everyone has shit in their ears or they're watching something and nobody reads. Nobody thinks to read. It's illegal to read. And there's some people that do read and they're like criminals, obviously. Considered criminals if they get caught. It's a fun concept. I'm always down
It's
for
a way smarter version of Idiocracy.
100%.
Yeah. It's post-apocalyptic shit is cool.
I read, but like the shit I read isn't smart nigga shit.
What do
Like
you read?
I read fucking like World War II novels.
That's smart.
Not
What
really.
the fuck?
Like
Like,
the
it's-
densest books you could read.
I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
reading a story, a children's story.
Yeah.
I'm an adult. I'm gonna read this fucking kid's book.
I don't like. I feel like knowledge is knowledge. I also read a lot of sci-fi, so like I
Yeah.
feel like it's not a smart book if they have laser guns. You know?
Right. Yeah, that's true. Well, fantasy and sci-fi, yeah, that's definitely just pure entertainment. Definitely.
Yeah.
But history books are definitely smart. What
It's
the fuck?
cool. Like I was reading fucking Fire and Fury, and like there's a part where it talks about like how like in the 20s Japan sent out a bunch of people to like the Western nations to learn about engineering and like manufacturing and shit. But with that, they learned the languages. So like when we were in Iwo Jima and shit, like a lot of the Japanese could speak English, so they'll just be like yelling out fucking comments like a chat room and shit.
Right.
Yeah, and they're giving out false directions. That shit's terrifying.
Whoa.
Yeah.
They were fucking with the American soldiers.
100%. They also had a thing where they mostly did night attacks. So like,
Wow.
yeah, you
Okay.
can't even see the person. They're just yelling at you in English. You would just assume.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Holy shit, dude! The Japanese, they were sickos for a while when it came to war.
Nah, 100%. They've always
Right.
been, but everybody is when it comes to war.
Well, I
Like,
mean sickos as in like
I
very
wonder
successful.
what dialect English they were learning too. Like, did they learn
yeah.
It's like
a,
Southern.
like a Brooklyn accent? Saying,
Yeah.
Go left.
nah, some nigga went to England and was just like, no, pop.
Yeah.
Caught you, bitch.
Golly.
I bet they picked like Southern. I feel like that's the easiest to mimic, and that's where the most soldiers are coming from, just because they're the biggest places.
There's also like that thing where that's why a lot of the American code words were words that were hard for Japanese to say.
Right.
I can't imagine like
Lululemon.
yellow. Like,
You know the story behind Lululemon, right?
Nah.
Obviously. No? Oh, man. The owner of Lululemon doesn't like Asian people, apparently.
really?
And he wanted to name it something that would be hard for them to pronounce.
That's hilarious.
That's crazy, right?
Like, just imagine being a hater so much you take it to a capitalistic extent, dog.
Dude, that's like 50 Cent level hating.
Dude, nah, I find it hilarious that Hollister doesn't like black dudes. Like he just like doesn't hire black models, and I'm like, I feel like we would be the best models and shit.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, man.
Sometimes you see a black person that barely they don't necessarily go to the gym or anything, but they're like shredded.
100%.
Of course, you get just built-in model.
It's also just like we have built-in
Genetics.
contrast and shit. Like when bodybuilders want to like they go to shows, they use bronzer to look darker to get the contrast. So we just have that. It's just like it's hard to show off white. You know,
Yeah, definitely.
y'all just look pasty.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, a real white bodybuilder. That's not aesthetically, because the whole thing with bodybuilding, it's aesthetics.
No, 100%. Like
So
all
you
the
wanna
biggest
shine.
strongmen are from like Norway and shit. But like the biggest bodybuilders are like black dudes like Ronnie Coleman and shit.
Yeah.
You know, or I don't know if he's not. Is he a bodybuilder or a weightlifter? I can't remember.
No, he was a body. I mean, he's maybe the best, maybe the GOAT
Yeah.
for bodybuilding. Ronnie Coleman.
Yeah, nah.
That motherfucker was crazy, dude.
He did. He broke his back lifting like 800 pounds or some shit, and his biggest regret was not going for 3.
Yeah.
Like, that's
He's like, I
monster
could have
shit.
done at least 4 more.
There's
Like, God damn, dude.
something about a nigga with a lisp where they're just dangerous, you know?
Yeah.
Like they have something in them about not being able to talk right that just like fuels their fire, whatever it be.
Yeah. They're just self-conscious about it. Makes sense.
Do you you're trying to be a boxer, right?
Not like competing, no.
Oh.
But are you referring to the thing that I posted today?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I'll promo it on here too. If if anyone wants to have a free boxing lesson, I'm your guy. I also got gloves for sale. So enough of that. But why do you ask?
There's a crash out kumite happening in Bushwick. If you're interested.
What does that mean? Crash out Kumite.
Yeah, it's like
It's
an
like
underground.
Bloodsport. Remember the movie Bloodsport?
A little bit. It's like an underground fight club.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that's terrifying.
Some crazy bitch I met at Tiny hit me up in my DMs and asked me if I wanted to be in it.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And it's just a fight.
I guess, yeah.
It's like you are against somebody.
Do they want to stream it?
Dude.
I film fights for a living.
Really? Should I give you her contacts?
If they want to film it, if they want to keep it on the DL, I understand.
I feel like what's the point of doing it on the DL? Like, nigga, this ain't Fight Club.
Getting arrested.
Why would you do this? Like,
I mean, if they're not sanctioned and shit like that, but
that's
Yeah.
fair. Yeah, then I don't think. Like, she sent me the ad and it was her showing her titties with a poster under it.
Oh.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
I mean, they may want to stream it.
They were nice titties.
Only
And I
friends.
would have believed she was a bot if I didn't meet her in person first. Like if I didn't get her IG in person.
Right.
Yeah. She was one of the many weird people you'd meet at Tiny.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's plenty of that.
Tiny's too accessible.
Have you seen? That's true. Stand up in general is fair. There's no bar of entry. You can just walk in and be like, I'm a comedian, and they're like, okay, list, go ahead.
No, at least that's open mics. Clubs, you have to buy a ticket, so you have to
Of
invest
course.
more. Fucking open mics are just like, you can hear the same shit you would hear at a Subway at 3 a.m. And I'm like,
Right.
of course, that's why you attract crazy niggas.
What do you feel about? Because I was having this conversation with somebody. Because we're still, we're open micers. Technically,
Yeah.
some people call themselves open micers. Some people go straight to comic or comedian or whatever. Do you think that there's like a certain period of time or a benchmark that you need to reach before you can call yourself a comedian, or do you just? Because I believe that if you do it, you can just. I call myself a comedian.
I call myself a comic too, but
Yeah.
like, I feel like you can call yourself a comic like if you collect a W-2. Like if you get like,
See, I would say that's a professional though. If you're getting paid, if you're sustaining your life,
I
You're
mean, an
kind of a
amateur
professional.
comic is an open micer.
right. But I still consider it to be like I don't say open mic. Like I don't know. I don't have any qualm about just calling myself a comedian.
No, I feel that too, but like,
Yeah.
another gauge I feel like is if you can sell tickets. Like
For
if your
sure.
name like makes people want to sit down and listen, then like yeah,
Yeah.
like it's one of those things where it's just all a personal thing.
Right. Yeah, it's definitely that's a crazy thing. Just having legitimately having a fan base that shows up in a bunch of different cities all across wherever.
I'll be fucking lit.
That's wild, right?
I'm,
I think
dude,
about that shit sometimes. Like,
I've been doing it on and off since I was 16, so I've seen niggas get it and like also seen niggas lose it and shit. And it's
Mhm.
like that shit where I'm like, I'm happy I didn't get it when I was like fucking in my early 20s because like just imagine all those opportunities if to fuck up, you know?
yeah, that's true
Like-
too.
And niggas form parasocial relationships with you, so it's like that's weird. That's a lot to put on somebody who's still trying to figure out life.
Right. Yeah. When it's real early on. Parasocial, that's like a kind of a new idea. The
Not
parasocial
really.
relationship.
Like listomania existed back in like the 1700s and shit.
Yeah, right. I suppose, but I think the accessibility of it is definitely it's a different
100%.
aspect of it.
Yeah.
You know? Like the idea of it definitely been around forever. Movies come out, people think about the actor as someone that they know, but now it's like you have even more evidence to point to feel like you know that person when you really don't. Just because they have social media and they post shit occasionally, we don't really know who they are.
This is really dumb. When I was a kid and I was first starting out at comedy, like I was a senior in high school and I was doing open mics and shit. I remember like one of my goals that kept me going to open mics every day, like at night after going to school and shit, was like one day I'm gonna fuck Zendaya. Like
I used to think that too. Dude.
Yeah,
we're like around the same age.
Yeah. So fucking just the idea of like, yeah, I need to be able to be in the opportunity. I need to have the opportunity to do that. So I need to go to this open mic and grind.
Yes.
Yeah.
Zendaya is that light at the end of the tunnel.
Exactly, nigga. Like fucking, it's weird shit.
Do you remember doing that as a kid when you're watching like some kid's sitcom and you're like, you'd look up if you're the same age as like Jeanette McCurdy or something, and you're like, someday I'm gonna smash. Or if I ever ran into Jeanette McCurdy, I could smash her because we're the same age, even though I'm 15.
Nah, I grew up in a weird Catholic household where I thought it was weird to like girls until like I was a good like 16.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right. That is what Catholicism does. It does beat it into you that you're a dirty heathen.
I've also
For
always
getting a
like
hard dick.
like I fucking fuck with Selma Hayek heavy.
Sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. Also the fucking Ariel from the Little Mermaid.
Like the cartoon.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I like dumb bitches. Nah, fucking
chicks that don't exist.
yeah.
My girl's a mythical being who swims in the ocean.
Golly. No, fucking my girlfriend, like, she was like, "Oh, you're going on a podcast, you," and it's just like,
yes,
I'm gonna find out who you really are, and that got in my head, and I'm like, what is the worst shit I could say?
Yeah,
yeah.
You're cranking your shit to fucking Ariel.
Nah.
It's all right.
Nah.
You can say it. You've already.
No, the only thing
there.
I'm really ashamed of is saying I like dumb bitches. That's not true. I like intelligent women.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right. That was just a lapse. You almost had a stroke there. People missed
100%. Like
People missed
fucking, I dressed up like the Palestinian flag in support.
That's right.
I live in Bushwick.
If that's one thing we've preached on this show, is to support Palestine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think we've mentioned it once, for being honest, since it started.
I don't know. I got a Muslim name, but I don't watch the news, so I'm just like,
yeah,
those niggas have my name, so I gotta root for them.
Right.
Like, you always root for your side type shit.
It's like you have to like Manny Pacquiao.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not even a question.
Right.
Like, it's also like Manny Pacquiao means a lot to a generation of Filipino men, because like,
oh, for sure.
Like that generation of Filipino men, a lot of their women moved to America or Australia to fucking be nurses and shit. So like, a lot of the money in the Philippines was from expat women who fucking gave money back to their families. So like, the Filipino men of that generation were emasculated. So like, a Filipino boxer who's dominating, of course that's gonna mean some shit, you know?
Yeah, totally. Who made an incredible fortune and is also a diplomat in his own country. Which
it would have been a better end of the movie if he would have knocked out Mayweather. That would have been fucking Filipinos would have literally
money, man, bro. The villain wins this time, bro.
We would have fucking jizzed ourselves to death, man. Just fucking.
That's how it goes, dude.
A million flips, bend it over, dog.
Nobody figured out the May Vinci Code.
Really, man.
Nobody figured that bitch out.
Nah, nobody will now. The niggas are tired and fat. God damn. Nah, but
he's making money off those little exhibitions he does.
He does.
He doesn't do them often, but
you fuck with the Eubanks.
Yeah, very fun. The dad's very hilarious. He's awesome.
He was also a great boxer, and then like the redoing of like the sons wearing the shorts and shit. That shit's dope, you know.
And the Eubanks win.
Yeah, like I love autism like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like the nigga who just wears a monocle and has a big truck. How do you not love fucking Chris Eubanks Sr.?
Oh, dude,
like,
he's the best. Just the way he talks.
Indubitably. Like, that
you
nigga's
like
from the
this?
Peace, too. Like, he's
Yeah,
from the
yeah.
English projects, but he acts like he's a duke. Like, that's
He's
just
like, I'm a
lit.
gentleman. You see him
Yeah.
in the ring, like, I forget who it was, but he knocks some guy dead. And then he just, like, looks at the camera, like, posing like a Renaissance photo. And he's like, nods his head, looks at the other camera, nods. You're like, this dude's awesome. What a character.
I love that bit in the fight where he was like, I can't remember what he was saying, but he was just going to the extent of like, yes, this is going to be an amazing fight. Rastafari.
Yeah.
And it's like,
He
you
switches.
Forget, you forget he's fucking
You
Jamaican
better
and
watch
shit.
out.
Yeah, man.
That's awesome, dude. Yeah, sometimes that works. Sometimes you see it a lot in boxing where the dad is the coach. And a lot of the times it does work in
The
boxing.
uncle with fucking Mayweather and shit. Like,
Right?
I feel like it's better if it's not your dad. Like, if it's your cousin, it's a little better because they give less of a fuck about you, you know?
Yeah,
Your dad's going to be out there to protect you. Also, like, it's better if your dad's a fighter in a way because, like, they know about the industry. Because young boxers really get fucked.
Oh,
Like,
big
fucking,
time.
it's weird that the nigga with the fucking ridiculous hair is, like, the biggest boxing villain. Fucking, what's his name? He did the fights for fucking Muhammad Ali.
King?
Don
King, yeah.
Yeah.
That dude's a villain.
He is. He's the Suge Knight of boxing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Lives a lot and old as hell, still alive.
Evil don't die.
Yeah,
Nah, man.
that is true. Yeah, I mean, it's super shady, obviously, because boxing is usually a poor person's sport. Usually the people get involved don't have a lot of money. And then it's not like you're getting involved with a big corporation, like if you're becoming a professional basketball player,
Yeah.
where you get signed to a league and you get everything covered and you get contracts, where boxing is like you got to slowly build a resume, you got to take fights for no money, you got to fight under weird promotions and weird rules, and then finally you start to get a little bit of money, and then you do it for a long time and maybe you never get a big payday, because there's a big difference between pros and then prize fighters.
100%.
Like, there's guys that are just cash. Like, Canelo's a cash cow. Doesn't matter who he fights, where he fights. He's going to get a certain amount. The guy he fights is going to get a certain amount. And the guy that he's fighting is going to get more money than he's ever made in his fucking life because he's fighting Canelo.
I'm from Stockton, so, like, I knew dudes who were, like, their biggest accomplishment in life was fighting a big name.
Yeah.
And it's just, like, it's not even a nigga I would consider a top 10 dude, but it's just, like, that night I made $40,000. I'm like, that's 2 years' wage for that nigga regularly at his warehouse and shit. You can't really hate on that. But also, if you think about it, like, 20% goes to the manager or whatever, and then, like, fucking insurance, and then, like,
Taxes,
yeah.
You get half of it.
I feel bad for fucking UFC fighters and shit. Like, again, I'm from Stockton, so, like, I knew, like, I remember there was, like, an amateur scene for, like, boxing in Stockton, or for, like, UFC in Stockton, and, like, there'd be niggas who were, like, prospects and shit, and then there was niggas who would show up in basketball shorts, and it's, like, you already know who's gonna win type shit, you know? Like...
Well, that's why so many UFC fighters and MMA in general, the best fighters aren't from America, because you get signed to the UFC, you get a contract for 3 fights. Each fight is 7-7. 7 to win, 7 a show, 7 to win, right? So best case scenario, you get $14K 3 times. What is that? $42,000.
Shit.
But you're from the favela in Brazil. You go back, you're set for fucking a year. You live like a king.
We also only get mythical characters from other countries, you know? Like, fucking Poetan, he's like one of those dudes who just come out of the Amazon with a spear and kill your whole tribe type shit. Ngannou's the same way. Like, that nigga will just pop out of the long grass and get your ass type shit.
Well, those two guys are stars. They're prize fighters.
Yeah.
People want to watch them. Those guys get money.
100%.
Definitely. But as far as, like, the lower card fighters and lower tier fighters, it's like, you're right. It's just what was his name? Jeff Neal had to go back. Jeff Neal has been a top 10 heavyweight for years, not heavyweight, welterweight for years at this point. And he had to go back during COVID to serving tables at Texas Roadhouse.
That's sad.
Marab was doing construction only a few years ago.
Yeah.
Like, I used to train at Matt Serra's gym, so I used to see him literally roll in with fucking construction boots, Tim's on.
How's Matt Serra doing?
Great.
Probably better than ever.
I got him
Hall of
fucked
Famer.
up with Matt Hughes.
Oh, he's not doing well.
Yeah.
I think he's getting better at speaking.
That's all you
I
can
think
ask
it's coming
for.
back a little bit.
That
He's moving
nigga-
around decently, I think.
Yeah, didn't that nigga go against a train?
A train,
Yeah, and he's still
just a
alive.
motorcycle.
Yeah.
Dude, What a savage.
right?
That guy is a brick shithouse.
That early generation of UFC fighters were truly built different. Same
Yeah.
with that nigga with the big mustache, you know?
Oh, Don Fry.
Yeah.
He had a side by side though, right? Like,
Oh, did he?
yeah, didn't like his friend die?
Don't
in that
try to
crash?
diminish his clout, nigga.
No,
he
I
went
think his
against
friend died in that crash.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like it was like a you know the motorcycle with like a sidecar thing.
He won the crash.
Yeah.
Like,
I can.
Even more of a testament to how tough Matt Hughes is. The guy he
God.
was with died. And he's like, I ate
it
that
showed
shit,
what a
son.
normal human would have
I
went through.
was, saying more. Of like, I feel bad that his friend died.
Yeah.
If I even,
We're like,
I might
no.
I may have just misheard.
Matt Hughes is a savage.
Golly.
Don't forget that part. Dude, the fight where he picks up Frank Trigg and just walks him across the octagon after he gets kicked in the balls. So awesome.
I love the UFC when it didn't have a dress code. That was
Yeah.
like the fucking best era.
There was that one dude who wore like the WWE Speedo.
That dude,
He got kicked out.
Yeah,
see any mention
he
of his
lost
friends,
in
I
the
think.
first round, and
Just made it
then
up.
Dana White.
Yeah, I must have misheard that.
Yeah.
Yeah, chilling. No, but like that. Yeah, Dana White made gave him the other dude a bonus because like it was just like get that shit off my screen.
Yeah.
But I'm also like, why you being a hater, Dana White? You're having niggas literally beat themselves to death, and you're like, yeah, but that guy looks gay.
Yeah.
Like,
For that time, right? The marketing was all, it was on Spike TV. It was in between Mansers and 1,000 Ways to Die.
you're not wrong, but like.
Yeah.
Literally, like, I grew up watching the UFC. Like, my first real sports memory is watching fucking Forrest Griffin versus Stephen Bonner.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, fucking.
For free, dude.
Literally?
Just on cable.
Nah, I remember, like, when Hoist Gracie was coming back out of retirement to lose to that one dude and watching all his fights on Spike and shit, you know?
Yeah.
Like, fucking. And it's just weird because, yeah, that weird.
I might have been Henzo. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. My came back. My bad. But like fucking yeah. It's weird that like UFC has kind of turned itself into a weird gooner fan base. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's definitely there. I mean, Dana's been boys with Trump forever, so he's definitely leaning into that now. You feel a lot of that. There's a lot of like.
It feels like Buff from fucking Back to the Future runs UFC. You know, it's just yeah, half the ring girls have OnlyFans. Fucking,
Yeah.
we're sponsored by fucking gambling
right.
websites. It's a weird fucking. Half of our fucking fighters are secretly sponsored by a dictator. Like, it's
Right.
it's a weird fucking demographic it attracts.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I miss the fucking tap out dudes. The Just Bleed.
Yeah.
Those are cool guys.
Barbed wire tats in the arm.
Fucking.
Hell
we need more
yeah.
Jeff Hardy niggas. Goddamn.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, but the actual content of the fighting is better than it's ever been.
Yeah.
Like the talent is insane, but I also get what you're saying.
Niggas know too much though. Like it's
You want it to
like
be a little more bar fighty again.
a little bit. Like, that
Yeah.
shit was
Like a
kind of
chocolate
dope.
out chance.
Yeah.
No, that's what made La Hoya Machida cool as shit because he came in like doing Karate Kid shit and fucking and then
You
like
want a little more
Rampage.
flavor.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
And then like Rampage Jackson was just a big brute. That nigga was just fucking. He was just a green nigga from fucking Street Fighter and shit.
Oh, right.
You know, like
Yeah.
when you just had goons. Like you can't have a nigga like Tank Abbott who just threw a nigga over out the ring.
Right,
Like,
yeah. Yeah, those days are gone, man. Now MMA is like become its own style. So everybody has, they're like training everything and it kind of looks similar.
It's also everybody. It's like on the highest level, like niggas feel like they have to have mic skills, so it becomes WWE like and shit.
They want to get paid.
They do, yeah.
They want to, I mean, Connor changed the game with that.
Some of them still suck on mic.
They do,
Oh,
yeah.
a lot of them do. Most of them do.
People love fucking the Diaz brothers, but I'm from Stockton, so I'm just like, these niggas are just dumb. I went to the same middle school as these niggas.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I knew 1,000 of these niggas.
Right.
It's not charming to me. God damn.
Yeah. You grew up around them. You ever see the video of them with Bourdain?
Nah.
It's dope. It's like one of Bourdain's TV shows, and they're just eating like vegan food or something.
In Stockton?
Yeah. Maybe we can find that.
Yeah, they went to like some Mexican restaurant, had like fish tacos or something.
Yeah.
In Stockton? Was it Chipotle?
Chipotle in Stockton.
No.
I think it was in Stockton.
It was
Maybe
probably Lodi because those niggas are actually from Lodi. But
right.
I mean, Stockton and Lodi is it's right there.
CCR.
Yeah.
Legendary. Everyone thinks they're from fucking New Orleans. But yeah, it's just funny because they're talking and Bourdain's like, where, what did you guys eat as kids? And they're like, mac and cheese and hot dogs. Like, hood as fuck.
Nah, like they went to Millswood and fucking Lodi, but like they were the poor kids at Millswood. Like I had the same science teacher as them, so their reputation stayed. But it's also like they're hood legends. Like it's like whenever somebody gets out of there, like we always rep them hard because it's just like, yeah, those niggas did it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good that there's a local, because you hate when you hear stories of someone that makes it out of their local situation. And then they go back and they're hated or they're not respected.
Did you see the last Nick Diaz fight where he went against fucking Robbie?
Yeah,
like
that was sad.
I would have fucking. I'm not a hardcore 209 nigga, even though I got it tattooed on me. Fucking like. But if he would have landed that fucking jumping kick in the beginning and knocked him out, dude,
that was the worst kick ever.
I would have fucking went to church. Like, that would have been amazing, my nigga.
I was at a wedding watching that.
Oh,
it was hilarious because my girlfriend at the time was so pissed, and I'm like, I don't care. This is Nick Diaz hasn't fought in 10 years. I'm watching this.
Women get mad whenever they see like you loving a fight, like, or at least women who don't love you, because like fucking, I had an ex who fucking.
That's all right. We believe it.
Yeah. No, but like I had an ex who like I was watching the fucking. This is a sad fight. It was the Chuck Liddell fight sponsored by Oscar De La Hoya.
Oh, he fought Tito.
Yeah.
And Chuck is like 53 or something, or 48.
No, but if you remember back in the day, Tito was the champ and Chuck Liddell was coming out to fight him. Was a young and up-and-comer. So I'm like, yeah, how is it that Tito had a longer career? But then I'm also like, I've seen Tito interviews. I'm like, this nigga didn't have that many brain cells to lose.
That's true, too. Yeah. He's the worst at the mic, dude. He sucks.
No, he's the best, nigga.
He's so cringe.
I love Tito on the mic, dog. I loved when he was a fucking ringside interviewer. He is like, let me tell you how you feel.
Yeah. Dude, he was awesome. When him and Chael were against each other, that shit was great.
Chael was just bullying that nigga. Yeah. Like, Chael Sonnen is the best ever to do it, I feel like, on the mic. Yeah. Like, he's so fucking WWE coded.
Yeah, and he's so smart.
100%.
When it comes to fighting, like when you hear him talk about fights and breaking shit down.
But he's also one of those old school niggas where he's just really a wrestler. Like his hands are very fucking Ben Askren-esque. Like I'm never gonna
Right. No, it's true. He knew where his strengths were, and he also knew that his fighting style was probably not. It's not knocking people out, which is what everyone wants to see. So he's got to talk some shit.
But also, like,
he's gonna make some money.
Look at all the niggas he fought. Like,
all the best.
Yeah, he fought John Jones. Yeah. He fucking fought Anderson Silva. He only went against tough dudes, you know. And he's like a rich kid. You gotta love that. Yeah. God damn.
Apparently knows DB Cooper.
Really?
Apparently he knows who DB Cooper is.
And just bullshitting on his podcast. I love Chael bullshitting, but like they did that shit where they ran his picks and it's like this nigga's wrong more than he's right. You can make money if you just do the opposite of what he says.
Yeah. That is, I mean, that's a crazy story. Just the DB Cooper story.
My favorite thing was like when Mike Tyson was coming back to fight and fucking Chael was just like, yeah, but Mike Tyson's a fighter. Like, there's something about just being a fighter where it never goes away. And then it's like, I was believing him, too. I was about to put money down. And then I was like, a bill came in and I wasn't allowed to. So fucking.
Thank God, dude.
Yeah, thank God. Literally, dog.
You would have lost that. As a 60-year-old man, bro. That guy ain't fighting nobody.
Wasn't he giving like a romantical-ass interview? And it's like, I love you. Then he turned around and then his whole ass was out.
Yeah. Like, his son was interviewing him during the event. So he, I mean, I guess felt very comfortable and didn't have anything on, but he was like, "Yeah."
I've never seen my dad's ass.
Not even once.
Nah.
By accident.
Nah.
Nothing.
I guess we're really conservative.
Yeah. I almost saw my dad's ass last week when I was there.
On purpose? Were you looking for it?
No, he has this weird habit of taking a piss in a bucket in the garage instead of going upstairs.
I feel it.
So I like opened the garage to go into the garage from the basement, and like he was getting ready to do that, and his pants were like down here, but he had a big shirt, so it was covering. But I was this close to seeing my dad's ass recently.
No, that makes sense though. Like back when I used to grow weed and shit, I used to like peeing on my plants because it's a good sense. It's a good source of nitrogen. You know
What?
I pee on the roots, not the fucking nugs, nigga.
Even still, that's crazy. And then what does it do to the weed?
I mean, it's a good source of nitrogen. I mean, the proper way of doing it is...
That's bugging me out. I've never heard anyone say that.
No, the proper way to do it is diluting it with water because you can't give them nitrogen burn because it's too intense and shit.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'll just get lazy and I'm like, it's a fucking 2-foot plant. It's fucking fine.
Gotcha.
You don't want to overdo it, but
Damn.
like, yeah. Also, I drink a lot of water. My pee's already diluted.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like a weird health thing that some people are like, you just got to drink your own piss, get those nutrients back.
Some
I'm
niggas
like,
just want to
don't
do
know.
shit to be hard. Like,
Yeah.
they also drink eggs, and I'm like, just boil them. It's
Yeah.
not that major.
Right, right.
A lot of baseball players used to pee on their hands because then they didn't have to wear batting gloves because it would harden their hands.
Oh,
Baseball
really?
used to be really fucking gross.
Pissing on your
They
hands.
just piss right on their hands.
Yeah, they used to fucking rub snot on balls and fucking spit on them. A spitball, yeah. No, but like a spitball was a real pitch up until like the early 2000s, right? Like fucking, like that's gross. It's just like niggas used to say old timey stories where like he'll spit, you could see the water dripping off the ball as it came towards you.
Just loogie it on a ball.
Yeah,
Poof. And throw it. I mean,
that's America's pastime right there,
That's
dog.
beautiful right there. Just
Yeah.
spit flying through the air. Dude, I saw a lady today. The sun was like not today, yesterday. The sun was glistening like a certain way, and she sneezed. And I was like, God damn, dude, just black. You don't realize it till you see it, but it was like fucking boof, like a
perfume
Windex.
spray.
Yeah, like an old Windex bottle.
That's
Shit was
why.
wild.
Yeah, I used to be a swim coach with little kids and shit, and little kids are fucking nasty, dog.
Yeah.
None of them. I'll be like, okay, remember, fucking do the vampire.
Yeah.
Like, then they'll fucking just sneeze into your mouth. And it's,
Ugh.
oh my god. And I'm not even related to him, so I'm like, I don't love you, kid. Bah.
Yeah, that shit's awful.
Yeah.
Kids are disgusting. Kids are annoying, dude. Do you want kids?
I want kids, but like I like being a coach because it's just teaching. It's the best part of being a dad. I'm just teaching kids shit I like, you know.
Right.
Like, but also like I'm poor, so I don't want to be a poor dad. I want to get rich and being able to have maids and fucking nannies and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't like. I don't want to raise a kid in poverty.
No, yeah, that's
Also, like I'm like being a comic is innately kind of a man-child life. So like you
yeah.
can't have two children in your life.
right. Yeah, I couldn't raise a kid in here.
Nah,
this is where I
dog.
live.
That you're gonna raise them with fucking chaos books and Che Guevara fucking
Yeah,
quotes.
yeah.
Nah, nigga, you're gonna raise a fucking communist. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, no, that would suck. It's terrifying. There's too many people that have kids that like have them and they're definitely not equipped and they don't think about that at all. They're like,
Yeah.
who gives a fuck?
No, because it's the bare requirements to have a kid. But it's also like human nature. We're supposed to be living in like small tribes. Like we're not like the agricultural revolution really fucked us up.
Yeah.
And it's like we're not supposed to live in this existence. But like having kids early then makes sense when all you did all day was hunt and fucking pick grain and shit. Like a 16-year-old can have a kid at that point.
Right.
All they need to do is teach them like the proper way to fish and all that other shit. But like once you get to like all right, long-term management, having a kid at 16 is bad because your brain's not developed until you're fucking 25. And then it's like, yeah, it's like we have outdated software for our fucking
The new hardware.
our modern living.
Right. Yeah. Also, in those days, you only lived to 30.
That's not true.
So it's
Like, nah, you more children died, so like the mean average
That's
was
true.
lower. But like, also but like niggas know how to do amputations and shit for like thousands of years. Though.
Right.
Like people knew how to survive. Like you probably lived to be like 50, and like,
You're just a dad with one less hand.
dude, but that means you were a chill ass nigga where niggas were like, all right, I'm gonna have to hunt for this nigga every day forever. You have to be cool as fuck.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean it's but the idea of ever going back to that sounds
Oh, horrible.
horrible.
Horrifying.
Right? Okay. I was
What
making
if-
sure we're on the same.
That's just because we have our baseline though. Like
Yeah.
I'm a really, really good fisherman, but that's because I can go to Walmart and get fishing supplies. Like, if I had to make a hook, nigga, I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
Like,
Just get a tin can and try to cut it and shape it
Exactly,
in
nigga.
the woods.
I try to make one of those minnow traps out of a water bottle. Every time I've done it like since I was fucking 9. I've never been able to catch a minnow on that bitch.
Oh, really?
I'm just fucking up plastic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and just letting it swim in the ocean.
No, I catch it. I tie it to fucking fishing line now, but
Yeah, that's that was one hobby that a lot of my friends were into.
Fishing?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I, for whatever reason, couldn't. Like, I'll do it for fun. You invited me before this, and I said yes, and I would. But one time I went on a deep sea fishing trip, and that shit was horrible.
Really?
Just because I'm a pussy, I think. On the
You do have pretty soft hands.
on the well, it was the fucking the high seas. They were fucking with my tummy, you know. So
No, I fish off the dock. I've been in a boat like twice.
okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know. So maybe it would fuck with you too.
probably.
Because if you're not, because me and my brother were on there, and we were just like laying there in agony. It was horrible. And then everybody's like, well, it's not even that bad out today. And we're like, this is bad, dude.
My 64-year-old grandmother is a processor in Alaska every season. Like,
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
nah, like, yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like Filipinos, like, poor Filipinos either become construction workers in Saudi Arabia or fish processors in Alaska, you know?
Really?
So, yeah. So, I don't know. I feel like maybe it's in my blood. You know, I could probably be good on the ocean,
Oh.
you know?
Yeah, probably. That makes sense. Saudi Arabia, a lot of them go to Saudi Arabia?
Yeah, and then they get their passports stolen, and then they can't leave.
Oh,
and then they're
shit.
literal slaves.
Damn.
Yeah.
That sounds terrifying.
Yeah. Being an immigrant is pretty terrifying.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good, dude.
That's why I give it up for niggas like Shoe Panda. Because, like, that nigga came from, like, a country part of fucking India, and now he's living in Brooklyn wearing gold chains.
Yeah,
Like, that's,
hell yeah.
that's dope.
Just out here telling people about how he used to have a water buffalo as a pet.
Yeah, nigga.
Yeah.
I didn't have Shub had a more interesting life than me. Like, Shub was fucking. Imagine doing comedy in a language you don't speak. You just learned in your 20s, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
And when I spoke to him about this, he told me that he did stand up just as like a test to himself.
Really?
Because obviously all the challenges of learning a new language and the anxiety that comes with meeting people in a new country and stuff. He went through some of that, and then he was like, well, I want to do this stand-up thing because I think it'll be like a good challenge for me.
Now he's an opener? God damn.
That's the guy, man. Shoob. Craziest name ever.
Shooby dooby doo. Also Panda. Like, it sounds like sometimes I'm like, if God made people, like, he kind of gave up with that name. Like, but it's also like he's probably giving us his American name, not his Indian name.
I think
Yeah.
he explained it to us, didn't he?
He said the panda in his country were like priests, like the pandas.
Really?
They just gave you your last name based on what your family did for an occupation.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah, he was like, I'm in one of the highest castes, but in America I'm poor.
Yeah,
Like,
that's how it works. Well, they got the ceasefire over there, which is good. That just happened recently. I think this week, maybe, or yes. I don't know. It doesn't matter, but it's as long as it stopped.
That's one of the benefits of depression is I don't watch the news. You know.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, I don't know what
it's
the fuck
better.
was going on. It's like I was just in a time capsule for 2 weeks.
Well, watching the news sucks because it's usually very biased, and you got to watch 2 sets of the news if you want to get a decent idea.
Yeah, no, I don't watch the news. I read Reddit headlines.
Yeah, Reddit's a good idea. I always talk about Reddit and it being a good idea because you get a way better gauge on whatever you're looking up because there's so many people involved in it, and you get so many different points of view, so you get closer to the truth. But every person that I've spoken to that loves Reddit is like a lunatic. They're like they spend hours and hours and hours on Reddit.
But that's also anybody who likes a social media app is a douche.
Right. Yeah. That is true. We're like, yeah, this I'm getting some traction on this new one.
Yeah, like I started a fucking game of YouTube.
Nice.
And like, yeah, nah, it's weird because like I've realized I've naturally fallen into all the traps of like gaming content creators, you know? Like a girl was flirting with me on the Twitch chat and I was like, I do feel pretty today. Thank you, you know? Like
you got caught in the fucking
yeah.
fly trap, bro.
Dog, and then I start yelling randomly because I'm like, I can't think of anything funny to say, so I just started screaming.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Yeah.
What are you playing?
League of Legends.
Okay.
It's horrible. I hate the game.
I don't know if I've ever even played that game.
Good.
Everybody talks about it. I'm so out of the loop with video games.
Oh man, I only play it because I've invested too much time and money into it. I've been playing since I was 14. It's just a bad habit.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
It's like Modern Warfare 2. You could play that forever.
Literally, no. It's just it's an escape to my childhood to a more simpler time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
That is nice. Some of my best memories are sitting down in the fucking basement, and it's like the basement windows open, and you just hear night sounds, and it's like 12,
Dude.
and you're just being racist with your buddies.
Yeah.
On Xbox, and you're in middle school. It's Saturday. You have anything to do. Middle school being the last bastion of childhood, by the way, because after that, it's like now you got to get a job.
No, you're not wrong, and it's like fucking, like it's one of those things where like at least with League of Legends I can create content. Like my real emotional low spot is playing. Do you know what Paradox is?
No.
It's a gaming company that makes video games that are just like map simulators, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, you play as countries that are like, and then you just like stare at a map for hours on end.
Nice.
And like I've put in over 500 hours on Heart of Iron 4, which is a World War II simulator, and like I will spend my entire life just playing Heart of Iron 4 and listening to like a World War II audiobook, and I'm like, oh damn, I can literally grow old doing this shit. This is such a waste of life. Yeah.
There's a lot worse ways to waste life, I think.
At
Maybe
least
that sounds
heroin
bad.
is like a natural relief. You get a good nap with it, you know.
Dude, one time I spent an hour and a half watching bad American Idol auditions. That is worse, I would think, than what you're saying. At least you're learning something.
Did you remember the Asian dude who was rapping and shit?
I mean, I remember William Hung. Is that who you're talking? She bang, she
Yeah.
bang.
Yeah.
Oh, baby, when she moves. That's Ricky Martin. He's singing Ricky Martin songs.
That's such a meme. Like
It's like an OG meme, bro.
it is, man.
Yeah, but you do something like that, and then afterwards you're like, I feel like an idiot. I actually feel dumber.
Ah, man. Man. I spend way too much time looking at reels, and I'm like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the other thing.
What does your algorithm look like?
Oh, man. There's a lot of fighting stuff. There's a lot of women with fat asses posing a certain way. Yeah. There's a lot of food stuff, bodybuilding stuff.
I have a jerk off Instagram where I allow that algorithm to be nothing but like fucking thirst traps.
Yeah.
If I need to have that, but like, I can't do that on my main algorithm, man. I can't allow myself to.
Yeah.
What if I like it and then I'm judged? You know?
Right, because you can see people's likes.
Yeah.
Sometimes you see some shit, you're like, they like this? Wow. Interesting.
I can't tell you how many times fucking I've been on a date with a girl and then she brings up a meme I liked and I'm like, why do I have to explain this right now? You know?
I know, huh? What a weird thing. Yeah, you just gotta explain why you like shit.
Also, like, I'll be seeing like that's that weird one where like old teachers still follow me on Instagram and then I'll be like see them liking like volleyball girls and I'm like, you're not supposed to like that shit, dog. You're like, that feels illegal for you to like.
Yeah. Like they're college athletes. Did you have any stories in your high school of teachers banging students?
Not that I learned until I was an adult.
Okay.
You know?
Nice.
And then like fucking I remember going on a date with a girl and then fucking she was like, oh yeah, I don't mind outing him because like he's kind of a petter ass, but like she was like, oh yeah, Mr. He used to, me and him used to sex, and I was like, god damn, I used to like that nigga.
Holy fuck. We had a few instances, a bunch. We had a dude that was grandfathered in who was a teacher.
Were you guys just a bunch of sexy kids?
Like,
your generation was just bad, dog.
Hell yeah, dude. There was this strange mix in the town where I'm from, Italian and Armenian. That's a beautiful girl. Makes a beautiful woman. Italian-Armenian mix.
Don't justify these niggas, dog. You're like, you gotta see them.
Yeah, these 16-year-olds are hot, bro. That's just how it goes. No, but there was we had a gym teacher. He probably still works there. Dude was there for mad long, been there for mad long, but everyone knew that he would bang a senior, some senior. somebody.
Every year it was like a ritual.
Close to it. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, dude. He
If
was
that's
always
your thing, why would you leave? It's just like, but that's also a creepy.
of age.
That's a creepy dude to be like, hey, she's 18.
Yeah.
She's 18.
Oh, dude, and he was like a weird, like gym teacher, cool, but like too cool. You know what I'm saying? Too cool for
I don't trust any
teacher.
gym teacher that's not a butch lesbian.
Yeah.
Like, there's some people who just fit some rules, you know?
Right.
Like, fucking annoying girl with glasses, she should be an English teacher.
Yes.
Fucking either old-ass nigga or, like, a young-ass nigga who dresses like me, he should be a history teacher.
History,
You
yeah.
know? Like,
Right.
fucking... Yeah. We just all fit into an archetype. Fit into your role, nigga. Don't be weird.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, there was him, and then there was another dude who got caught sexting with a girl. She like released it or something on Twitter, and then it got back to the school.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to be rude, but like, would it be able to like bleep out that dude's name? Because I'm like,
I got you.
What if that bitch was just lying? Which I'm like, I always believe the victim, but I'm like, what if?
No, I got you. We'll fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this guy, he got caught sexting, and the girl put it out somewhere, and he was saying something about, like, how he was going to rub her body down with soap in the shower. So, like, the next day, everyone was like, yo, Mr. blah, 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 soap, you got some soap?
Did they call him Suds after that?
Yeah. Dude, that motherfucker got fired, and then, like, a few months later, you saw campaign posters. He was running for, like, council office, like town council. He definitely didn't win, but
Oh man, that's horrible. That's horrible.
that's a hard job, being a teacher, not fucking the kids.
I don't even know, dog. Like, I used to be like a tattoo artist and shit, and like young girls would come into the tattoo shop, and like after you get to a certain age, those bitches are just annoying.
Oh,
you know?
yeah, for sure.
Like,
I want a flower, but like I want it like pink, but not like this pink.
I don't know. I felt like I used to work in like the hood where like it'd just be a bunch of young girls getting tattoos they're gonna regret and shit. And I never had the inclination to have a client. And then like I worked in like the middle Manhattan where I was like right next to NYU, and I felt like it made me a worse tattoo artist just because I was nervous because I was like, damn, I want to fuck this bitch, you know? Like, so,
You got
like,
some crazy line work.
yeah, dog. I was too worried about fucking not losing aura and not being an artist, you know?
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine that.
Nah, I tattoo a lot better. Like if I don't.
If they're ugly.
Yeah.
If you're not attracted to him, yeah,
100%.
yeah. I mean, I guess that makes sense. Just like anything else.
Yeah.
There's a hot
nah.
chick in the audience you want to kill on stage.
Dude, baddies make my hands shake.
Yeah.
Gosh, golly.
Yeah, I believe that. Well, brother, let's put a bow on this thing, huh? I'm sweating in this fucking room. I don't know about
Oh
you.
hell yeah! I'm about to go buy some fishing equipment.
I'm fucking hot. So,
Thank you for having me, man.
yeah, dude, anytime.
Do you mind if I plug my game in YouTube?
That's what I was gonna say. Please do.
Oh, all right, yeah. You can follow me for my Twitch stream if you want to watch me play League of Legends. I'm not good at it, but you can watch me play it, and it's Reek Gaming 209. And then you can also follow my IG at Reek That One Dude for piercings and tattoos and for show dates and shit.
Beautiful. All right, gang. We'll talk to you next week. Peace.
Shout out, gang.